Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? This is Darlene. I am with Featherweight Doctor here in North Idaho. I thought I would jump on and answer some viewer questions tonight. We are discussing serial numbers. A topic came up in one of the groups that I manage, and so we're going to talk about very briefly about serial numbers. There was some confusion about model numbers and all that, so we're just gonna go over all of it, and then we also are going to talk about foot controllers tonight. Marcia in Indiana is been having some trouble with her foot controller, and so I'm gonna take one apart on camera, show you guys how to clean them out, and then we'll go from there. So how was everybody's weekend? Let me pull up my feeds and I'll say hi to just a few friends, and then we're going to get rolling with what we had planned tonight. I had a fantastic weekend. We've been really kind of busting tail around here, trying to get the store ready for customers. We keep having people come every day wanting to come in and shop, and everything is just a mess. So I can't do it anymore. We gotta get some stuff up and out and ready for customers coming in. So let me pull up my Facebook feed first. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We're in the prime weather season right now in North Idaho. It's in the 80s, upper 80s, and just pretty much gorgeous every single day. And now that I'm sitting in air conditioning, I do not have a problem with it, but it was pretty brutal while we were still at the Cedar Street Bridge. So, okay, let's see here. Let me pull that up, and then I'm going to go over here to Facebook. No, I don't want to go there. There. I want to go there. I did not catch any fish this weekend. While we were camping, I actually didn't even get to wet my line because the place we were camping was not very fishy. That's a term, apparently. In other words, we couldn't get to the river, and it wasn't set up where there were going to be good sized trout anyway. So no fishing happened. Okay, let me say hi to my buddies here. We have Nancy in Lake Stevens. Hi, Nancy. Lisa's in Phoenix. Debbie's in beautiful Kentucky. Cindy and Jen are on. Hi, guys. You guys, Cindy has been sending me some pictures of a Halloween quilt she's working on. It's called Winford's Closet. Is that what it's? Winford? It's a part hand embroidery and fusible machine applique, and it's like the witch's dresses and the witch's shoes. Oh my goodness, it is like ridiculously cute. It's ridiculously cute. She's been working on that. I'm sure I'll show a picture for Work in Progress Wednesday. Mel Mitchell in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi also sent a picture of a beautiful bag. We're gonna share those on Wednesday. Kathy from East Texas is on. Hi, sweetie. Marianne Barry from Colonial Beach, Virginia. Hi. Let's see here. Mel's on. Linda from Tennessee's on. Hi, Linda. Pam's on from Maine. How can we tell? Oh, that's a good question, Cindy. We'll talk about that. Cindy wants to know how we can tell the difference with the foot controller and what goes with which type of machine. That's a really good question. Alls I'm aware of is that the older feet, like the school bells, Luna, no, sorry. Oh, see, that's what happens. You get scared. Sorry, she's licking power cords. That's not good. Anyway, the metal ones are the ones that came with the old machines, and then they went to the Bakelite ones, and eventually they changed to a clamshell style on the 60s white models. Pretty much these are what everybody expects to see with their featherweight. Let's see, Bonnie's on from Illinois. Hi, Kathy Lambach in Ohio. I hope Sue is well. Also, Jen's on. Let's see, Marcia's on. Hi, Marcia from Indiana. Kim from Manitoba. Kathy Zoka's on from Addie. Oh, yes. Kathy says, love the nail color. I got my nails done today. Look, she did tie-dye. Isn't that cute? I had really boring nails the last couple weeks, and I was hearing about it, so we changed that up. Let's see. Debbie's also on from Indiana. Karen Mansky is on from Iowa. I think you're in Iowa, Karen. Let's see. Nancy's on. Shan says, I've got good. Wait, what? Let's see. Lisa Meadows' Moore procedure was successful and easier. Oh, good. I'm glad, Lisa. I'm glad. Oh, Winifred. Thank you. Winifred's Closet was the Halloween pattern. Oogie's on from Virginia. Hi, Oogie. Let's see. Odie's on. Oogie and Odie. Oh, good Lord, you guys. I never had a nickname. So, Kathy's on from very hot SoCal. Yes, Luna does like Firewire. I have not seen a Bakelite in a green marble color. That sounds really pretty. Let's see. Oh, Paula's on from Louisiana. Hi, Paula. Hello. Let's see here. So many people. Okay, Mary's on. Both Marys are on. Missy's on from Redmond. Elizabeth's on. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Maggie, if you're sitting in the background. Cindy Matthews is on. Gail's on. Kay Webster is on. She says, hey, Quilt and Featherweight Nation. Love that. Hi, Molly from Spokane. Fran's on. All right. And Rhonda's on from North Dakota. All right. Let's see here. All right. First and foremost. So the question I specifically got was picturing someone's serial number from the back of the Featherweight. Let's talk about that for a second. So I get a lot of questions, is this a Featherweight? Because there's a lot of smaller antique machines. First of all, you can tell the minute you pick up the machine whether it's an actual Featherweight or not, because it weighs a ton. So if it weighs a ton, it's not a Featherweight. Featherweights are cast aluminum bodies. Oh, it's from Ohio, not Iowa. Sorry, Karen. And so if you pick it up and it weighs a ton, it's probably not a Featherweight. Another surefire way of knowing whether you have a Featherweight on your hands is whether the machine can sit tabletop on its own feet. If it is a machine where it does technically have feet, but it kind of sits kind of funny on the table, it's because it's meant to go in a cabinet or a box, and that is not a Featherweight. And another surefire way of knowing that you have a Featherweight on your hands is the serial number is underneath the machine, not on the top decking. So the question was very, hi Bryce, out on YouTube, very specifically, it's Karen, not a Karen. I just reread that. I love you, Karen. And you are totally not a Karen. Anyway, it was asking about a serial number. She had clearly gone out to a website and had looked up the first two letters of the serial number, and it led her to the wrong model. It was telling her that it was a Model 15. A Model 15 would definitely have the serial number on the top decking of the machine, not on the underside. So I think where the confusion was she was not then looking at the stamped numbers that went after the letters A and F to get the rest of it, because that dictates what other models they produce. The letters, the 2-digit letters, have quite a bit of symbolism and details in them. So, for instance, AF machines were made in a specific year. They were definitely made, machines were made over multiple models of machine, whether it be a 15, a 66, a 99, a 221 model were made in AF, but it's the 6-digit number that comes after the AF is what dictates what model and what lot and how many other machines that she was born with. So we have a website. I'm putting our website in the chat right now. Luna Lou, you're fine. Featherweight Doctor. On our website, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the website. Oh, I spelled Featherweight wrong. Good Lord, Darlene. Delete. Hold on. Delete the comment. I can spell my own website, I promise. Doctor. You can check out there is at the very bottom of our homepage, there is a link to our database. It is only for 221s and 222s, however. If you have a machine and you're pretty sure that it is not a featherweight, there is another website. I'm going to also put this in the comments. It's called www.ismacs.net, ismacs.net. And you can go to their serial dating page for a feather or for Singer machines, and it will tell you all of the machines that were made in that year. Yes, she is. Luna is sweeping the floor. She is. She was so funny last week. They were doing the drywall, and she clearly had gone over and sniffed the drywall and had white stuff on her pink little nose. And I'm like, Luna, I'm like trying to wipe it off of her nose before the drywaller noticed that she left a dog nose print in the wall. Oopsie. Hold on, I gotta feather. Wait, hold on. Doctor.com and www.ismacs.net. Oop. Okay, so these are also on YouTube now. Okay. All right, so that is also the first letter of the 2-digit initial of each of the machines is what factory they were produced in. So if it said J, it means it was made in Canada. If it's an A, a serial number starting with the letter A, then it's a US machine, and an E is a UK machine. So there is a lot of information hidden in those serial numbers. Another little tidbit too, because I just nerd out about this kind of stuff, is if you go look up the serial number, your machine birth date, it technically isn't the birth date. It is the day that all of the serial numbers were issued, and then as they rolled off the assembly line floor, they were hand pounded with a stamp. Hi, Lisa Gallows-Fields. Thanks for saying hi. And that then they were issued. So technically that wasn't the birth date of the machine. It was the day that all of the serial numbers were issued. All right, let's get our hands dirty. What do you guys think? My job is not glamorous. I go home with ickiness all over my hands. So this question comes to us from Marcia from Indiana. She's been a longtime viewer with the show, and she had sent me her beautiful nebula, finished Tula Pink nebula block of the month. And she is, the quilt is fantastic. So way to go, Marcia. I posted it on my story last week because I forgot to get it on my show. Thank you for giving me grace, everyone. When I forget to do that, I've already got pictures from Mel, a finished bag she did. And also, oh gosh, who else sent something? Oh, Cindy and Jen in Michigan sent something. Another fairy tale exposed. Exactly, Molly. I'm all about sucking the fun out of all of the wise tales. Okay, so let me change my camera angle here, and we're going to open this up. So, specifically, the concern that Marcia had about her foot controller was that it was kind of acting possessed. That's my term, not hers. It was not stopping when she'd take her, oh, hey, Ashley, in Bonner's Ferries. How's it going, girl? You got to bring that baby by. Need to give him a squeeze. Anyway, when she'd take her foot off of the foot controller, it wouldn't stop. And so what I had her do was open it up and clean it out. And sure enough, there was some white, she said white corrosion. I'm thinking it was probably lead in there. And she dusted it off and it started working again great. But I thought I would show you how to open this. So I'm using our medium size screwdriver. And I'm going to, it's a flathead screwdriver. There are 4 screws inside of these rubber bed cushions. By the way, if your foot controller is missing one of these feet, it means that the foot is not sitting level. You can replace them. You can buy a whole new set of them, and I highly recommend it because there's nothing worse than your foot rocking around on the floor or having to chase it around the floor with your foot. So I'm going to just take all of these. Okay, yes, please text me. I'd love to say hi to him. I'm going to open this all up here. Boop, 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 maybe. Okay, this one only has 3 screws. You can totally get away with 3 screws on this. You don't technically need to. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay. Yep, this is one of those ones that definitely needed to be cleaned out. I would recommend. Oh, it's cracked. Bummer. Well, I'm glad I opened this. This is from one of the machines in the orphanage, so that needs to be repaired. So see all that ickiness in there? Do you guys see all that fur and stuff? This will cause your foot controller to act possessed. Specifically, if you're not getting good contact, it's probably because your contact here is not making good contacts with the capacitor. So I would dust all of that out, blow it out with air. You're not going to do anything bad by using air on the foot controller. Also, beware of these type of cords. They are of like a flat stock and they feel kind of waxy on the outside. They may appear to be totally fine on the outside, but the wires on the inside of this kind of waxy coating get brittle and they start to act up like in some cases, like the light will come on, but no power will be going to the motor, or vice versa. So when this starts, the wires in these cords start to become kind of brittle, then things will start to malfunction. Hi, Polly. I did not catch any fish. It's a bummer. We didn't go to a fishy river, part of the river. This river is very fishy, but not where we were camping. So no fish for me again. It's a bummer. All right, so here is how you open that up and dust that out. We do also sell wiring replacement cording kits where you can replace the whole section from the foot controller to the wall and from the wall from the foot controller to the machine and then the machine to the wall. So you can also buy new cording kits too if you have any exposed metal or you have this kind of wiry cord and you want to update it. So that is the foot controller. Marcia asked me a good question too. She said, does the foot controller require any oil? It shouldn't require any oil. The springs might be worn out in here. You also might find capacitors back in the day, since these are big chin. Since these are antique things, sometimes they needed capacitors but with the modern electronics and light switches and all of that, you don't need to govern the power that comes through your wall as much anymore. And so if you have capacitors on the inside of your foot controller, when you open it up, they can be removed. So there you go. Oh, yes, you girls are so sweet. Hi, Beth in Minnesota. How are you? Had to meet Shirley and Margie at, hold on, wait. I saw wine at the wine sale. There's a wine sale? Sounds like a good use of your time. Gremlins come to visit when your cords are bad. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right. Well, that was kind of all I had for you guys tonight. Did anybody else have a great weekend? Anybody else go fishing, catch some fish? I can't wait to catch my first fish. I am going to be elated, unstoppable. You're welcome, Marcia. Thanks for your question. For those of you who have questions for me too, please feel free to email them over to info@featherweightdoctor.com. I have definitely covered this information over the years. Sometimes I feel like you guys don't want to ask me questions just in case I already answered it. Sometimes it really is good to get a little refresher course on this stuff. You never know. Luna did not get to go camping this weekend. She stayed home with her brother and Ray because we were just going to be gone for a night, and it's a lot of extras. We were trying to be minimalists as much as I can be a minimalist with my tent and my air mattress and my sleeping bag and my 3 pillows. And well, you know, just because we're camping doesn't mean we're savages. Oh, you guys went to Shan's on Facebook. She said that her and Lisa went to the Phoenix Modern Quilt Guild meeting. I love those girls. I joined that meeting when we first, or that group when we first moved to Arizona, and it was the first time in my entire life I felt like the older woman in the room. Those ladies are young and fun and just full of great information. I really enjoyed those ladies. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Joanna Rhodes Panoki. I'm going to say Panoki. Pankoki. I'm probably totally slaughtering that. I apologize. Wants to know the difference between the 222s and the 221s. There's actually several differences, but I'll give you the big ones. The 222s were called the free arm convertible machines because their entire bed extension slides off to reveal a really tight sleeve. The 222s can also have their feed dogs drop for free motion quilting or darning and seamstressing. And the 222s are very, very rare birds because they were made in the UK and destined for the UK market. They were never intended to be here on US shores. So a lot of them come with their European 220 motors. They're very, very rare, and they have a pretty little price tag on them when you can find one. So buyer beware. If anybody's looking for a 222, I do not have any available, but there are some reputable dealers that I will point you at. I was noticing on one of the Facebook groups today that there was someone who I did not recognize their name posting a couple of 222s. It's just a lot of money to roll the dice on someone that doesn't have a good reputation. So, hi, Christine over on YouTube. Thanks for joining us again. All right, let's see here. Cindy says, you always have new friends joining in too, not just for those of us that forget. Ha, ha, ha. Mel said she did some chalk painting this weekend and finished up that stand-up tote. Is so cute. Oh, nice. The Phoenix Guild is going to make snap bags with tape measure closures. Nice. Shan, I want to hear about how your class went too for the Arizona group. Let's see. Odie said, my weekend was great. My week was destroyed by 9:45 a.m. Odie, good Lord, girl. I'm sorry. That's terrible. Let's see here. What else we got? All right, friends. Oh, watch out for the evil capacitors on the 222s. True. Very true. Let's see here. All right, girls, I think that is it. I will be back on Wednesday for work in progress. I already have 2 pictures, so if you've been working on some cool quilt projects, I would love to highlight them on the show. You don't necessarily have to make them with featherweights. We celebrate all of our successes, not just our featherweight successes. So go ahead and send those over to my email also, info@featherweightdoctor.com. Kathy Zoka over in Addie, Washington says, been spending a lot of time updating Facebook groups on fires in our area. Yes, the fires have come in. Isn't it a blessing though? I mean, fires are not a blessing, but isn't it a blessing that it started so late in the season, and hopefully they will peter out before any major destruction occurs, unlike last year. Yes, capacitors can be removed, Margaret Lyon. There's no longer a need with our modern electronics to have capacitors on our foot controllers. Christine over on YouTube says, I can't believe I could not find any sewing machine lubricant up here. What? We sell it on our website, featherweightdoctor.com, and ours is the one that is the kind that you want to use on the vintage motors. I do not, Miss Marcia, sell Parisville by the yard. My friend over at Selkirk has yardage. I will say that I only have one fat stack left, which is a piece of every one of the 8 new fabrics, 2 of which are full yard increments. So I think I only have one left on our website. I sold through all of that. I think I only have 1 or 2 of just the regular fat quarter packs left. So yes, Miss Pamela and John Haynes, yes, you can purchase featherweights from me. I have 6 featherweights in the orphanage right now. That's 7. This was 6. You can contact me off of our website. Our main number is 206-899-5412 and press 1 for me. Bye, Shan. Polly says, watch out for a cheeky eBay or online sellers that tries to sell them capacitors that when we know we no longer need them. Yeah, that's a pretty low class person. They're trying to sell you something you don't need, for sure. All right, friends. Thanks for tuning in. As always, you are delightful. I'll be back here on Wednesday, 4 o'clock Pacific, on Facebook and YouTube. Oh, Miss Christine out on YouTube. If you send me pictures via your email, that would be fabulous. And the email is info@featherweightdoctor.com. What do you do first when you get a featherweight? Joan Holland wants to know. I clean it. I can't stand dirty machines. Even when people come in here to just have me do something else and I start finding threads and dust and I start cleaning, I clean it. How do you check it out? Let's see. How do I check it out? So the first thing I do is I thread it up and I see if she's stitching. If she's stitching, then I know there's nothing mechanically wrong with her. If she's not stitching, I start trying to diagnose from there. Usually it's, Joan Holland picked one up for $200. That's fabulous. As long as she's stitching mechanically, you're fine. You just need to clean and oil it. And then you can be off to the races with your new featherweight, your new old featherweight, of course.